Lore. Whether you care about it or not, it always finds a way in. Even in Clash Royale, a game that should be pure, mindless chaos. But look a little closer, and the arena hides family drama, ancient magic, and secrets buried in plain sight. Once you see it, you'll never look at Clash Royale the same way again. Skeletons are the children of the witch and a giant skeleton. They're often goofy and chaotic, especially Larry. Skeleton Army's members are canonically named Larry, Harry, Jerry, Terry, Mary, Barry, Sherry, Scary, Gary, and more. Clearly the witch ran out of creative names.
What'd I just say, Larry?
Guards are trained skeletons who left their bone families behind to protect the king. One of them was even the witch's son before being armored up and assigned to the king's personal quarters. Night Witch is the sister of the witch, who summons bats instead of skeletons. One of her bats is named Sneezy and has allergies. Giant Skeleton is often considered the dad of most skeletons in lore. He carries a bomb on his back that is so large it's never used, possibly out of fear it would destroy the entire arena. Wallbreakers are chosen through yearly races. The fastest gets to go into battle, the slowest are dumped into the graveyard. Harsh but efficient. Balloon is piloted by a wallbreaker who graduated from the Bomber Academy. They're chosen for their fearlessness and their ability not to panic while floating above a battlefield with a live bomb. The royal chef is responsible for preparing meals for the entire royal court and all of their troops, with pancakes being his specialty. While his full menu remains a mystery, his proximity to the king's quarters suggests he's the personal cook for the highest-ranking nobles in the realm. The Rune Giant resides in the mystical peaks of the Runic Mountains, where she oversees a magical forge known as the Steel Foundry. There, she crafts legendary weapons by infusing regular iron with ancient runes, transforming them into powerful relics of battle. Her creations are often seen showcased on banners and in epic arena art, hinting at her deep connection to enchanted craftsmanship. Archer is dedicated to mastering her aim and dreams of becoming as skilled as the Archer Queen. Some rebellious archers like the Firecracker have even left training to join outlaws in the Forest Gang. Firecracker is a former archer who found training boring and decided to join the mischievous Forest Gang. Now she uses her fireworks to wreak chaos from a distance. Knight is a cousin of the Barbarians who trained in Knight School. He's a frontline fighter with a noble heart and basic swordsmanship. Mega Knight graduated from Knight School and gained massive power after being bullied for his small little hands. Now he crushes enemies with powerful jump attacks and hides behind his massive gloves and helmet. Prince, also known as Prince Andrew, is brave in battle but considered a bit of a wimp by others. His pony is often said to be the true hero of the duo, and the pony secretly dreams of becoming a prince itself. And hey, I secretly dream about you subscribing to the channel. If you sub and comment your favorite card, you'll be automatically entered into a $100 giveaway. I'll randomly pick one winner in a month, so good luck. Dark Prince is the prince's brother and commander of the royal recruits who roams the land hunting outlaws like the Bandit. When he's not defending the kingdom, he works as a bounty hunter. Royal recruits are loyal soldiers serving the royal king, trained by the Dark Prince. They dream of one day becoming a Dark Prince themselves. Minions are a species in the Clash universe that prefer to stay in swarms and are often referred to as gargoyles. While little is known about their origin, it's believed they were born from Dark Elixir. Valkyrie is a fierce warrior from Valhalla who spins with a two-handed axe. She's known for singing Clash songs and training at the Valkyrie course. Pekka was once a peaceful nature spirit who fused with armor after being exiled by the king. She is now a walking fortress with a mysterious past. Battle Healer is the younger sister of the village healer who blends healing powers with frontline fighting. She acts more like a paladin than a medic. Wizard is a flashy fire mage known for explosive spells. He has a pet rabbit and regularly attends the annual Wizard Showcase. Evolved Wizard once gained fame by accidentally lighting himself on fire due to too much hairspray during a battle. His flaming look impressed the other wizards so much that it led to his evolution. The Void spell was a magical accident created during the Wizard Showcase when a spell meant to impress ended up warping reality. It's a mysterious and dangerous new power with unknown origins. Electro Wizard was never a true wizard. He was an inventor obsessed with static electricity. Day and night he experimented with volts and wires, even creating the Tesla and the original Zap spell. But during one late-night session, he accidentally drank a vial of raw lightning, mistaking it for coffee. Since then, he's been permanently charged, unable to touch metal without shocking himself, and avoiding baths at all costs. Despite the side effects, he pressed on, and his latest breakthrough, the evolved Zap, is now ready to strike the arena with even more precision and power. The evolved Executioner is a darker and more terrifying version of the original axe-wielding warrior. His swing now carries twice the power, cutting the air with such force it sends enemies flying and their souls crying for mercy. Approaching him is a mistake, as a single blow can knock troops back into the abyss of his dreaded domain. Lava Hound is a volcanic beast that treats fire as its home. Its pups are often kept in furnaces and released upon death. Sparky is one of the few confirmed sentient machines in Clash Royale.
Here's for Sparky. Is there anything you'd like to say to the red team before tomorrow's big battle?
She hates being called a trash can on wheels, and Electro Wizard once wrote a whole manual on how to keep her alive, like caring for an emotional sports car. Bowler is a Dark Elixir enhanced goblin who believes he's a troll and spends his time throwing massive rocks. He's best friends with the other goblins and has a secret love for Dark Elixir and relaxing. Dark Goblin's evolution began with a stumble. Literally, while fleeing from the log during battle, he tripped and fell into a hidden, seemingly endless miner tunnel. Deep within, he found a glowing mask that called out to him. Hypnotized by its toxic aura, he put it on and was transformed. Now infused with venom and fury, the newly evolved Dark Goblin is more lethal than ever, though he still hasn't figured out how to outrun the log. Barbarian is obsessed with his sword, which defines his identity and sense of purpose. Without it, he becomes confused, sad, and basically useless in battle. Battle Ram is a great honor to carry for any barbarian, but evolved barbarians became too strong, snapping it in half. Now each evolved battle ram is actually held together by a hidden barbarian inside. Bandit is part of the Forest Gang and specializes in high-speed, crown-snatching heists. She believes in robbing the royals and is loyal to the gang's mysterious leader. Magic Archer is also a Forest Gang member and uses enchanted arrows that can pierce through enemies. He's the cool guy of the gang and is even admired by the royals. Rascals are street-smart troublemakers from the Clashwood Forest, often found in the gang's hideout. Dagger Duchess is the cousin of the Blue King, who abandoned royal life to join the arena. She prefers her daggers over tiaras and has a pet minion that she adores. Royal Ghost was once a powerful king who became arrogant and fell in battle. Now he haunts the underground royal tomb seeking redemption in silence. He's also the father of both the Red and Blue Kings. While we're on the subject, Red King and Blue King are both royal brothers who rule over their respective kingdoms. Both have daughters known as princesses, but only the Red King has a son, the Little Prince. The Little Prince tricked his way into the arena by stealing a royal scroll. Despite being annoying and spoiled, he forced his way into champion status. Golden Knight is one of the champions chosen to represent the kingdom in the arena. He was the closest to the royal arena when the scrolls were handed out and got in by sheer luck. He's banned from wearing helmets because his hair is just too magnificent. He's flashy, dramatic, and charges with flair, but his ego is even bigger than his dash. Monk lives in the silent sanctuary at the base of Hog Mountain, where he trained alone for years. He's said to be an elder hog rider who lost his hog long ago. The Goblin Stein is a reference to the science fiction novel Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Suspicious Bush has a legendary origin among the goblin ranks. It all began with a master thief, so skilled he could swipe the crown off a king's head in broad daylight and vanish without a trace. For decades, no one knew his secret. Goblins begged for his camouflage trick, trying everything from burying themselves in dirt to hiding in boxes. Eventually, when the thief grew old, he gathered his fellow goblins and finally revealed the truth. He had simply hidden in a bush. Thus, the Suspicious Bush was born, a perfectly ordinary bush that absolutely isn't. The Goblin Brawler was always a bit too wild, even for the goblins. His constant thirst for battle led them to sedate him and lock him in a cage, but the chaos of the arena would always break it open, setting him loose. To contain his fury, they reinforced the cage and left him alone in the dark. Over time, he evolved, growing even stronger and more dangerous. One day, a barbarian passed by the cage, only to be dragged inside. What emerged next was no longer just a brawler. It was the evolved goblin cage, and the barbarian, he was never seen again. The Musketeer is often referred to as the Fourth Musketeer, complementing the iconic duo known as Mandy, Missy, and Monica. These three are so popular in the Clash universe that they even have their own action figures. The single Musketeer, however, walks a different path. She works as a bounty hunter, often seen tracking down outlaws like the Rascals and Bandit across the realms. The Mother Witch is a mysterious figure who lives deep within the Spell Valley woods, possibly in the eerie cottage sometimes shown in artwork. She's known for her ability to curse enemies into hogs and is rumored to be the mother or grandmother of the Witch and Night Witch. Despite her dark powers, she's also famous for baking cookies and is said to wear dentures, hinting at her old age and quirky charm. Cannon Cart is a mobile invention of the Master Builder, created to surprise enemies expecting a stationary defense. Once the wheels fall off, it becomes a standard cannon, still deadly. Elixir Golem was formed after a mysterious meteor hit the Elixir Arena, flooding the land with purple energy. The golem rose from the pool, born entirely of pure elixir. Electro Giant is known as a party-loving DJ. Nicknamed Electro DJ, he may have ties to goblins who enjoy partying alongside him. Mighty Miner isn't a champion who was recruited by royal invitation, but discovered by accident when a regular miner stumbled across him underground. He's considered the toughest of all miners. He gained his power thanks to his incredible mustache, proving once again that facial hair equals strength in Clash Royale. Goblin Barrel was created so goblins could fly into battle together instead of alone. The evolved version uses decoy barrels filled with fake goblins to trick defenses. Goblin Demolisher is a legendary goblin who saved the Goblin Queen by charging into battle with explosives. He was wounded but detonated just in time to win the fight. Goblin Machine was invented by baby goblins who are smarter than adult goblins. It's a walking barrel powered by mechanical limbs and a massive rocket. Goblin Gang is a group of quick and sneaky goblins that love overwhelming opponents. They often act without a plan but make up for it with sheer chaos. Goblin Drill tunnels under the battlefield and is considered one of the Goblin's smartest inventions, probably made by a baby goblin. Goblin Hut produces spear goblins through unexplained means. Some descriptions imply weird science or something unmentionable going on inside the hut, but if you ask me, we're better off not knowing. Dart Goblin is always chewing double trouble gum, just like the Rascal Girls. He speaks in rapid-fire gibberish and is one of the few goblins who can aim with deadly precision. Ice Golem is a misunderstood creature from Frozen Peak who just wants to make friends. He's essentially just a baby version of Clash of Clans' Ice Golem. Despite being made of frost, his card description hints that he's not entirely ice, possibly because of the weird gooey stuff on his back. The Log is a rolling tree infused with rage magic, giving it a life of its own. It barrels through enemies with a mindless thirst for destruction. The Lumberjack chops trees for a living, but also loves fighting. Princess is the daughter of the royal king and guards the tower with her long-range arrows. She is best friends with the Ram Rider and enjoys reading books. Ram Rider is a fearless duo of rider and ram, known for her speed and snaring enemies. She's also the sister of the Hog Rider and shares his wild energy. Hog Rider is a boisterous warrior who jumps over rivers and shouts his name. He's also secretly Santa Claus in Clashmas lore. Hunter is inspired by a Brawl Stars character, that being Shelly, and has notoriously poor accuracy. That's why his bullets scatter like a shotgun. He just shoots and prays. Fire spirits are literal chunks of living coal, bouncing around with excitement until they explode. Their only goal in life is to burn things, and they are very good at it. Heal Spirit replaced the heal spell, which was the only card ever removed from the game. Phoenix is a mystical creature that revives once after death. The one in the village is female, the one in the arena is male, and they're known to nest on the outskirts of Hog Mountain. Inferno Tower was modeled after the Eye of Sauron and is powered by a focused flame core. Furnace is both a kitchen appliance and a troop spawner. It cooks pancakes for Mini P.E.K.K.A. and generates fire spirits non-stop. The inside of the furnace is rumored to be a fire spirit party 24/7. Poison Spell is said to be made from a real-world substance called bromine, a volatile liquid that evaporates very quickly. Its fumes are believed to originate from the same jungle temple where the goblins worship. Cannon is a basic but reliable defensive structure designed by the Master Builder. Zappies are tiny, Tesla-like inventions created and remotely controlled by the Master Builder. Despite their size, they're incredibly coordinated and can stun nearly anything. Tesla is one of the few defensive buildings that emerges from underground, and it's confirmed to be one of the Master Builder's original inventions. Its evolved form gains new wiring and stronger arcs. Clone Spell creates temporary copies of troops, and while they vanish quickly, each clone feels real pain. Some say they remember dying multiple times. Bomb Tower is managed by a lone bomber who never leaves his perch. Rumor has it he dropped out of the balloon school because he was afraid of heights, and then he ended up in a tower. Ironic. Royal Delivery is based on a scrapped concept called Bone Bomb and is literally a mailbox from the sky. It delivers a full guard troop with a dramatic entrance, complete with impact flare. Royal Giant is obsessed with grooming his beard and even uses elixir-infused wax to keep it shiny. He insists the cannon is secondary. His beard is what wins battles. Skeleton Barrel was originally inspired by Clash of Clans' air bomb and dropship. In the arena, it releases skeletons when deployed, turning into an airborne graveyard. Archer Queen is the top-tier archer who trains others. She's known for her deadly precision and stealthy cloaking capability. Tornado Spell was originally a butterfly spell in development. Developers had to change it because the butterflies distracted the P.E.K.K.A. way too much. Seriously. Bats are based on the vampire bat species and evolve into creatures that literally suck the life from their enemies. The evolved bats are full-on miniature vampires. Giant Snowball is rolled all the way from Frozen Peak before each match. It is so large, it is said to have squashed a goblin party on its way down once. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is obsessed with pancakes. He literally sees them everywhere. In some clips, he's seen flipping pancakes mid-battle and even shares his snacks with Sparky and friends when not fighting. Electro Dragon is the middle child of the dragon family, younger than Inferno Dragon, but older than Baby Dragon. It's said to be the personal pet of the Electro Wizard, often sharing a charge with him. He has a sweet tooth for chocolate eggs. Inferno Dragon, unlike the others, is powered by dark elixir from the barrel strapped to his back. This explains its intense, focused flame, more like a jet engine than normal fire breath. Baby Dragon is the youngest dragon, often treated as a house pet across the kingdom. Despite being adorable, his fiery breath makes him a popular arena pick. Golem has a literal heart of stone and is allergic to cupcakes and nuts. His body is embedded with magical crystals from the caves of Spell Valley, and he splits into little golemites when defeated. Tombstone is inspired by the Halloween headstone obstacle from Clash of Clans. It's also rumored that skeletons inside fight over who gets to pop out first. Bomber is a former wall breaker who realized throwing bombs was way safer than riding them. Now he stays behind the line and lobs danger from a distance. Ice Wizard is one of the few cards in the game that confirms the existence of TV broadcasts in the Clash universe. He's also oddly stylish, often seen with a scarf and spiky hair frozen in place. Barbarian Hut is modeled after Clash of Clans' barracks and is where barbarians come from mid-match. It's suggested that they all live there until summoned. Elixir Collector is a functional building that mimics the design of Clash of Clans level 5 Elixir Collector. It's rumored to be constantly draining the air itself to condense drops of purple elixir. Giant is a peaceful brute who just loves punching buildings. In Clash-O-Rama, he trained for years to beat a champion, and he once won a belt in a food-eating contest. Miner prefers the underground lifestyle and gets dizzy if he's ever lifted into a balloon. He digs tunnels between matches just for fun and is often seen carrying snacks in his pack. Skeleton King is known as the ruler of all undead. While some joke he's just Larry but older, he actually commands from deep beneath the arena in a dark dungeon, surrounded by legions of loyal skeletons. He's more than just a bony brute, he's a legend forged in shadow and time. That's why you gotta watch this next video where I go over the full Skeleton King lore, who he really is, where he came from, and the forgotten history that made him the monarch of the undead. I'll see you there.